All right, get ready for a deep dive
Oh, yeah.
into a world of, well, chaos, flamingos, and like a total clash of personalities. We're
Right.
talking Quagmire
Oh, wow.
versus the Schmucks for life.
Okay.
It's this rivalry that's like legendary at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know Quagmire, right? Everybody knows Quagmire.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Giggity, giggity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the Schmucks for life, they're like a force all their own,
Definitely.
led by, you know, the infamous Bugsy.
Oh, yeah.
So today, we're going to try to figure out, like, how this feud even, like, blew up.
Yeah.
How did flamingos...
Flamingo.
Yeah, flamingos play a role in all this.
Well,
And ultimately, like, who came out on top?
I'm excited.
So this all started with the Schmucks for Life.
Right?
They were a band. They formed in college.
They did, yeah.
Wow.
They actually took the label schmuck,
Okay.
which most people think of as an insult, you know?
Yeah.
But they turned it into, like, a symbol of their bond
Mm-hmm.
and their rebellious spirit.
Oh,
Yeah, their song, it was called Schmucks for Life.
okay.
That became, like, their anthem.
I see.
For, well, anybody that felt like they didn't fit in, really.
So it's kind of like they flipped the script
Yeah.
and, like, took something that would normally be an insult
Right.
and made it into something
Exactly.
that they were proud of.
Yeah.
You've got this, you know, this crew.
Right.
It's Bugsy, Bowser, Rance,
Yeah.
King K. Rool,
Yep.
Funky Kong,
Yep.
Zorak,
Oh, Zorak, yeah.
Freakazoid,
Oh, yeah.
Taboo, and then Theo.
Wow, what a crew.
Like a very diverse, chaotic group.
It is, yeah.
But that, I don't know, that was kind of their thing, right?
That was their thing.
It worked for them.
They owned it.
Yeah, and they got really popular, right?
We did, yeah. And that's where Quagmire comes into the picture.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you know Quagmire.
Oh, yeah.
Always confident.
Always?
And, well, kind of a questionable reputation,
Mm-hmm.
especially with women.
Right. Yeah, that's Quagmire.
Yeah. And he saw the Schmucks for Life,
Okay.
their success. And he saw it as a threat, really.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he couldn't understand how these guys, these self-proclaimed schmucks,
Right.
were winning over fans.
Yeah.
So he started, like, publicly bashing them.
What? No way.
Oh, yeah, he called them amateurs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He made fun of their anthem, you know, Schmucks for Life.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like he completely missed the
Yeah.
point of what they were doing.
Totally.
They were celebrating being different, right?
They were, yeah.
Being themselves.
Totally.
And Quagmire, you know,
Whoa.
the guy with the questionable reputation,
Yeah.
he's suddenly the judge of, like, what's authentic and cool.
It's ironic, right?
It's very hypocritical.
It is, yeah.
But the Schmucks for Life, they weren't just going to
No.
sit back and take this road.
No. They hit back,
They did.
yeah, with their wit
Okay.
and their humor.
I like it.
Yeah, like Funky Kong
Yeah.
told Quagmire to pick up an instrument
Oh.
instead of criticizing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and then Rance pointed out
Uh-huh.
that Quagmire was stuck in the past.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah, it was very tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
But you could tell, like,
Nah.
they meant it.
There was an edge.
There was an edge to it, yeah.
It was like playful, but also like
Playful but pointed.
a little bit of a warning.
Yeah,
But this totally backfired on Quagmire.
totally.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah.
So the more he tried to
Yeah.
discredit the Schmucks for Life,
Right.
the more popular they got.
It did. Yeah. The more he tried to put them down,
Yeah.
the higher they rose.
It's like trying to
It is.
put out a fire with gasoline.
Yeah. You just make it worse.
You just make it worse. Exactly.
And so that's when Bugsy,
Oh, here we go.
the mastermind
All right.
behind the Schmucks for Life,
Yeah.
he decided, okay.
Quagmire needs to learn a lesson.
Oh boy.
He came up with this
That's bad.
scheme
Mhm.
involving this place called the World of Pain.
World of Pain.
Yes, World of Pain.
What is this?
I know, and like you mentioned before,
Yeah.
flamingos play a key role in this.
Okay, so we're not just talking about a bunch of
No.
pretty pink birds here.
No. This is not a flamingo exhibit at the zoo.
Okay.
This is something else entirely.
All right, so tell me more about what Quagmire went through
Okay.
and why were flamingos involved?
All right, so Bugsy,
Hmm.
he's a master strategist.
Yep.
Right, he knew exactly how to
Yeah.
exploit Quagmire's weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
He created this, like, psychological
Okay.
and physical ordeal
All right.
designed to break him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And to expose,
Yeah.
the fragility behind all that bravado.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the flamingos.
Okay.
They were a key part of this. A unique and unexpected source of fear.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It completely threw Quagmire off balance.
Huh. Fascinating.
So, yeah, we don't have all the details of what happened in the world of pain.
Yeah.
But we know Quagmire's experience left him, well, terrified.
Oh, wow.
Desperate.
Really?
And completely humiliated.
Oh, man.
There were rumors of him, like, screaming, "No, no! Keep them away from me!" Like in pure terror.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like
It does.
Quagmire walked into a nightmare.
He did.
That was, like, tailor-made just for him.
Designed specifically.
That's incredible how Bugsy orchestrated this whole thing.
It is, yeah.
So what was the fallout from all of this?
The fan reaction was explosive.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Some were shocked. Others were amused. But everybody was talking about it.
Wow.
The Schmucks for life. They had managed to turn Quagmire, this seemingly untouchable figure, into, well, a laughingstock.
Wow.
It was a real testament to their power.
Yeah.
And Bugsy's brilliance.
Yeah.
You know?
It's really incredible. So Quagmire's downfall was basically a public spectacle.
It was, yeah.
He came in with all this swagger.
Right.
And he left completely broken and defeated.
Totally, yeah.
You got to wonder, like, how someone even comes back from that.
Right.
And that's where we'll pick up
Okay.
in the next part of our deep dive.
Right.
Stay tuned to see if Quagmire managed to bounce back.
Yep.
Or if the Schmucks for life reigns supreme.
Can't wait. So Quagmire after the world of pain.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like, how this whole thing kind of mirrors real-life experiences of trauma.
Oh.
You know, he tried to act like his old self, but it's clear that the experience left a mark on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that swagger.
Oh, yeah.
He was so famous for just gone.
Poof, yeah.
It's like, I remember one part where he hears a squawk in the distance, and he just completely loses it.
Loses it, yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Those flamingos had become his worst nightmare.
Oh, definitely.
They really got to him.
It wasn't just for laughs either.
Right.
It really showed how Bugsy's plan had affected him deeply. The Schmucks, especially Bugsy, they tapped into something.
Okay.
You know, like Quagmire's deepest fears and the impact.
Yeah.
It was undeniable.
It was real, yeah. And the fans, of course.
Oh.
They ate it up.
Oh, totally.
The forums were just
I know.
Flooded.
We flooded with memes.
With memes.
Yeah.
It's like Quagmire's.
It was like
misfortune became everyone's entertainment.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's interesting because the fans, they weren't just observers in this whole thing. They're like participants.
Yeah.
You know?
They
were like a Greek chorus.
Yeah.
Commenting on everything.
Right.
Amplifying the drama.
Yeah, it was a whole event.
It was.
And their reaction to Quagmire's downfall really like underscores how powerful the Schmucks for Life fan base was.
Yeah, they were a force to be reckoned with.
They were, yeah. So at this point, you'd think Quagmire is down for the count.
Yeah, that's down for the count.
Yeah.
End of story, right?
Not quite.
What?
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, so despite the trauma, Quagmire tried to mount a comeback.
He did.
He wanted to reclaim his lost status.
Right.
You know, the swagger.
Yeah, the old Quagmire.
Yeah. But every attempt fell flat.
Really?
Yeah. He even tried to act like the world of pain hadn't fazed him.
Okay.
But you could tell he was just putting on a brave face.
It's like trying to wear a suit you've outgrown. It just doesn't fit anymore.
It's not fit. Yeah.
It felt like he couldn't accept
that
the old Quagmire was gone.
Was gone.
Like he was trying to hold on.
Trying to,
But the experience in the world of pain changed him.
It changed him.
And his inability to adapt sealed his fate.
It did.
And then there's that final forum post.
Yeah.
It's almost like heartbreaking to read.
It is.
He admits defeat.
Yeah.
He announces he's leaving.
Yeah.
Even apologizes to Spirit for not listening to his warnings.
Right.
What a change.
Total change.
From the Quagmire we knew before.
Yeah. 180-degree turn.
Right.
Yeah. That post, it's a turning point in the story. Yeah. It's a real raw moment of self-reflection, you know? Yeah.
He acknowledges their victory, admits he was wrong.
Wow.
Even says he's afraid of Bugsy.
Really?
A far cry from the Quagmire who mocked them.
It's incredible how this group of self-proclaimed schmucks brought down someone like Quagmire.
Yeah, amazing.
What was their reaction?
Well, they reacted in character.
To his final post.
Yeah.
Were they celebrating?
Well, Bugsy, maintained his composure.
Okay.
Even offered a bit of mock sympathy.
Oh.
But Theo and Bosset, they were thrilled.
Okay, so they got
the last laugh.
They did. They proved that unity, authenticity can triumph.
It really can.
Yeah. Yeah, even over someone like Quagmire.
So Quagmire slinks away, defeated, broken, leaving the Schmucks to basically bask in their victory.
Totally.
But this story...
It's about so much more. It's just a rivalry, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about, I don't know, like belonging.
The
power of being yourself.
Right.
What happens when your ego gets out of control?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, these are themes that resonate.
They do, yeah.
In the real world.
In the real world.
Or just in this fictional view.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
The Schmucks.
Yeah?
They embraced their flaws.
Okay.
Their schmuckness.
Yeah.
And they turned it into a source of strength.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
They found power in being united.
Yeah.
And in being true to themselves.
Okay.
Quagmire, on the other hand, he was clinging to this persona, this image of himself that was ultimately fragile and unsustainable.
So are you saying that their victory, I think, was inevitable because they were true to themselves?
It's definitely a factor.
Okay.
Their authenticity resonated with people. It attracted a loyal fan base that championed them.
Yeah, they had their backs.
They did.
Yeah.
And Quagmire, well, he alienated himself.
Yeah.
With his arrogance and his hypocrisy.
Yeah.
He was so focused on maintaining this image of superiority that he missed the real power dynamic that was at play.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
It is.
And then there's the role of chaos.
Oh, yeah.
In all of this.
Right.
I mean, the Schmucks for life.
Well, they call themselves
a force of chaos.
A force of chaos, yeah.
And Bugsy is...
And Bugsy's a chaos lord.
The chaos lord.
Right. It seems like they weaponized chaos.
To their advantage.
It's like they turned unpredictability into a superpower.
Absolutely.
And Bugsy, as the mastermind, he clearly understands how to
wield it.
Wield that power, yeah. I mean, the World of Pain.
World of Pain, yeah.
Is a perfect example.
Perfect example, yeah.
Of how he can create chaos.
Right, and control it.
Control it to get what he wants.
Right.
To achieve a specific goal.
Absolutely, yeah. He knew conventional tactics wouldn't work on Quagmire.
Yeah.
So he created a scenario that was like tailor-made. To exploit his weaknesses.
Yeah.
He used Quagmire's own ego against him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Turned his arrogance
right
into his downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really making me think about the whole thing in a whole new light.
It is.
It's not just
this silly rivalry.
Oh.
It's a study in...
It's a study in, power dynamics.
Yeah, power dynamics.
Power dynamics. The unpredictable nature of chaos.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So we've covered so much ground here.
We have, yeah.
But I have a feeling there's still more to uncover.
There is. There is.
Right.
We've explored the events leading up to Quagmire's downfall and the immediate aftermath.
Right.
But the story doesn't end there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the final part of our deep dive, we'll examine the lasting impact.
Oh, interesting.
Of this feud and what it reveals about the Schmucks for life.
Okay.
What happened to the band?
Yeah.
Did their newfound fame change them?
Good question.
Did Quagmire ever recover?
Yeah.
We'll explore all of that.
Wow. Can't wait.
And more in our final segment.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the Schmucks for Life versus Quagmire.
Oh, yeah.
We've been following this crazy rivalry, it's
been wild.
From their rise to fame to Quagmire's, humiliating defeat in Bugsy's world of pain.
Oh, yeah, those flamingos.
Those flamingos, right. Quagmire left defeated, obviously.
Right.
But the story doesn't just end there, right?
Doesn't, no.
What happened to the band after their big win?
Wow.
Did fame change them?
Right.
And did Quagmire ever actually recover from that whole ordeal?
Well, it's amazing how this whole feud, became a turning point for, everybody.
Right.
Quagmire's attempt to discredit them totally backfired.
It did.
It actually boosted their popularity even more.
Wow.
It's a classic example.
Of what?
Of the Streisand effect.
What's that?
Well, it's like the more you try to suppress something, the more attention it gets.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, like they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity, especially when you have a fan base like that. Especially, a loyal fan base that's ready to
defend you.
Defend you. Oh, yeah. But fame can be fickle.
It can, yeah.
Right. It can.
Did they stay true to themselves?
That's the remarkable part.
After all of that?
Yeah, they did. Despite the drama.
Wow.
And all the attention, the schmucks for life.
Yeah.
They didn't let fame change them.
That's impressive.
They stuck to their principles.
Okay.
Kept making music their way. And they continued to champion, the underdogs, the people who felt like outsiders.
It's easy to get swept up.
Oh.
In the hype and lose sight of what matters.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
But they held on to their authenticity.
They did.
Which is probably why fans connected with them.
Exactly. So strongly.
Yeah, the fans were ecstatic.
Really?
They created fan art. They wrote songs.
Wow.
Flooded the forums with praise.
It's like a real
feel-good story.
It was, yeah. They saw this victory as
a win for the underdogs,
I like it.
They proved that you don't have to conform to succeed.
Yeah, be yourself.
Be yourself.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the Schmucks for life, they really tapped into something.
They did. Yeah, this yearning for acceptance.
Yeah.
A celebration of individuality. Their music and their message resonated with people who felt like they didn't fit in.
Exactly.
They created a real sense of community.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's no wonder their fans were so devoted.
So what about Quagmire?
Well, Quagmire...
Did he ever,
He kind of...
come back?
Yeah, he retreated from the spotlight.
Really?
Yeah.
So while they're out there riding high, he's gone, nowhere to be found.
Yeah. There were rumors
of
him trying to, rebuild his image. But the shadow of the world of pain, it loomed large.
Yeah, you don't just come back from that.
Yeah.
Those flamingos, I think.
Those flamingos, yeah.
Left a lasting impression.
They did.
It makes you wonder what was going through his mind.
I know, right?
During that whole ordeal.
Did he have a moment of self-reflection?
Or was it just pure fear? Was he just...
And humiliation?
Yeah.
It's like something broke.
It's like,
in him.
Yeah, maybe it forced him to confront his own vulnerabilities,
Interesting.
The flaws he was trying to hide behind that bravado.
Okay.
Maybe it was a wake-up call.
Right, a chance to
reevaluate,
change his ways.
Yeah,
maybe.
Or maybe
it just reinforced his fears and left him more isolated.
It's a good reminder.
It is, yeah.
That even in a fictional story, our actions have consequences.
You do, yeah. And that's what makes this whole saga so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just a silly rivalry. It's a reflection of human nature, the dynamics, the choices we make.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
okay,
what's the one key takeaway?
Oh, that's a good question.
You want our listeners to remember?
Well, I think the story, The Schmucks for Life, and Quagmire, it teaches us that authenticity and unity, they're powerful.
Right.
Embrace your individuality.
Be yourself.
Find your tribe.
Yeah.
Stand together.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo.
I love it.
And maybe, just maybe, steer clear of suspicious-looking flamingos.
Well said.
Yeah.
This deep dive has been a wild ride.
It has.
Full of, twists and turns.
Twists, turns. We've learned a lot.
We have.
We saw how a group of self-proclaimed schmucks can change the world.
They can.
Just by being themselves.
Right.
And how even the most confident people can be brought down
by their own ego.
By their own ego, yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have.
I have.
So until next time, keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
Embrace your inner schmuck.
Your inner schmuck.
Yeah.
Stay schmucking fantastic, everyone.
Yeah.